Top of the morning to you, YouTube fam. Hope your weekend's going awesome. Let me know if you've been to Zion National Park here. Pretty sweet place. Drop me a comment if you have. But I wanted to talk about in this video your portfolio, okay? Right now is a smart time to look at the stocks you own and see, is this going to benefit with a Trump presidency and or a Harris presidency? So this is why I like the nuclear power industry as well as data centers, because regardless of who's president, these should continue to do well. Okay, we know with the big AI boom taking place right now, we need more data centers. And with more data centers comes more energy. So we need nuclear power plants to help out with that consumed energy. And remember, nuclear power plants give you zero carbon or carbon negative energy. And that's why, remember, all the goals of these companies is to get to carbon neutrality or zero carbon, right? So you have zero carbon footprint on this earth, by 2030, 2040, 2050, right? Depending on the company. So that's why these are going to continue to do well. Now, for example, you could look at, the green renewable energy or EVs and know that if Trump becomes president, he's less into this than other areas we know. Okay, he's not going to be offering tax incentives, for example, unless Musk, right, who is cozying up with Trump, persuades him to do that. Okay. So that's possible. That's why I like Tesla's stock, because they're not only an EV company and that he's cozying up with Trump, that helps, right? But also because there's so much more with the robotics, right? The self-driving, the Super Dojo computer, right? The semi-truck. There's a lot of different stuff that they're in, and their energy business, that's growing really nicely too. So that's why Tesla, you've heard me say, is a long-term hold, okay? Because people eventually flock back to the stock, especially with the robo-taxi event coming next month, okay? But other EVs, aside from Rivian, I'm okay holding that startup. I believe that company will make it, okay? But it's still a small position long, okay? And as you know, I recommended that as a swing trade once it bottoms, right, with a small position, trying to make some money if it can recover a little bit, okay? But you just got to know what president, what they're for, right, their policies, and what they're against. And so, like, for example, you think Bitcoin, both presidencies are for it, okay? But obviously Trump is a little bit more. His family's into crypto. His two sons are looking to start a crypto bank. This is why I say buy Bitcoin directly, because regardless of who's president, I think this will continue to do well. And if it ever does become a strategic reserve, right, on the government's balance sheet, that would be a game changer, okay? And it was already a game changer when the Bitcoin ETFs came out, guys. So it's worth it to hold this, because, there's price targets where this can go over 1 million one day. So you want to own a little bit of Bitcoin directly if you can. Okay, you can buy it through Robinhood or Coinbase. I have a little bit in both of those, okay? But anyways, it's important to know what the president is for and against. So it's smart to research that and figure out, okay, maybe I have too big of a position in this one that's in an EV startup, right? And you want to cut that back, and maybe you want to add to, like I said, to Bitcoin or something with the nuclear power, right, with data centers. Again, that's the sector I'm looking at closely, guys, and I've recommended some picks, but I will continue to do so in the future. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll talk soon.